All right, I am leaving my house in Newhall, California to go to Castaic at 4:30 in the morning because one of my live removal buddies just called me and needs help taking out a monster beehive. And when you see this thing, you'll understand why we left so early in the morning. This morning, we're gonna talk a little bit about why beehive removal, not just spraying, is so important. Generally, if it's below 55 degrees, bees don't like flying. If it's below 77 degrees, they're not really gonna be that active either. But above 77 degrees, more towards the midday and in the afternoon, they're extremely active and extremely angry. So we wanna make sure that we get there as early as possible.
Okay, so I'm here in Castaic, California with my buddy here, Mike, and his tractor, and we're gonna see how big this beehive is underneath this massive pile of wood. Let's check it out.
Oh, oh, oh! Snap! Look at that! Now, we always try and do live removals first whenever possible. However, in this case, the beehive was so aggressive, most likely a fully Africanized hive, that it started attacking the beekeepers that tried to remove it. Also, there's a pool about 100 yards away, and unfortunately, the kids having a pool party started getting attacked by these bees as well. So the only choice, unfortunately in this beehive's case, was complete and total removal. So let's get started.
Let's get her done.
Now, the first part of a live removal is showing up early enough that it's cool enough that the bees aren't already extremely active. Then the second part is suiting up, wearing all the proper personal protective equipment. In this case, you'll notice we wear specialized bee suits. Third, you want to smoke the hive. Pine needle smoke is extremely effective at calming down both European honeybees and Africanized honeybees. Then, once everybody's a little bit calm, you're gonna go in and start removing the panels. As you can see, these panels were not only chock full of honey, but also chock full of brood, which is the larvae of the beehive.
All right, look at that right there. See the brood inside?
Pesticides aren't very effective at getting rid of beehives permanently because the honey protects the babies, that brood, from actually getting killed by the pesticide. You might kill some of the adults, you might kill 1,000 of the 2,000 bees, but ultimately that brood is going to hatch and become a new successful generation of that beehive. In fact, this customer had already hired 2 other pest control companies to come and simply spray the hive.
Yeah, dude. I already had this hive removed once.
Really?
Yep.
No way.
3 years ago.
Wow.
2.5 years ago, something like that.
But not only is just spraying a hive lazy, it's not effective. The bees are just gonna come back in 2 or 3 weeks. So we actually had to suit up, dive in, and start removing all of these panels one by one. And as you can see, there were a lot of them. In fact, this beehive ended up weighing more than 45 pounds upon removal. Yes, you heard me right. We took out 45 pounds of honey, brood, and beehive material. After we've removed all the panels, we're going to spray some light eco-friendly product around that area in hopes of preventing and deterring future infestations of robber bees and other bees from other colonies that might smell the pheromones left behind by the first bees and try and infest the area. If you think you have a beehive forming at your house, or you may just have a temporary swarm, make sure you give us a call. And don't complain if we have to show up at 4:30 in the morning.